Hello. So today we're gonna, so Cities Skylines is like a big game. It's an awesome game, and the community is great. But, and as you can see, there's many of the maps that are created by the Cities Skylines and Paradox. But if you go down here, they have a bunch of community maps. Now I have selected 3 maps that don't have any reviews or anything really, and I'm just gonna see how they are. They don't really have any. I have that one. They don't have any things. So let's get this one down first. So yeah, I'll get you back when it's all fully loaded up. Okay, so this is the Halifax, I think that's how I pronounce it, Scotia. The map does not have any trees or vegetation. Let's get a bigger view at the map. I have the 25 tile mod and the 81 tile mod installed. There's some more stuff over here, so I want to check that out. Okay, the terrain work is decent, but let's check on the. Okay, so yes, they put way too much, they have a cool oil field, but they have no transition between the areas. They have farmlands and more oil, but there's no, I guess you could build a big city there, but, there isn't much definition that changes just from, what is this? Anyways, so yeah, that's the thing. The highways, they're fine. They didn't pay much attention to the smoothness of the contours, you can see, because they move up and down. This intersection is, well, it's an interesting intersection. It works. Actually, I like that, but this doesn't. These transitions right here don't feel very smooth. That does feel somewhat smooth, although it does have some lanky intersections. I would say there's also the water edges aren't very accessible for because if I was to build, say I was gonna build a quay. Yeah, see, I'd have little ponds, and well, that's not really what we want, because if we're gonna have a major city here. So the overall, also the woodlands. Yeah, the highway is very bumpy, and you expect for a giant highway to be somewhat smooth. And this farmland is really far out, same with the wood and stuff. So if you're playing a non-modded game, that would be really hard to get to, and your town wouldn't have much resources. You can see they didn't spend any attention to really the detail, but the land work is, apart from the shoreline, is actually, I kind of like it, having the bay and the thing. I think they just could have spent a little bit more attention to the resources, making it fade in and out a little bit bigger, because you don't really want a big swath of green industrial area, right? Let's check on the transportation lines. Okay, so the ship, it would have been nice if the ship went down a little bit more like that, down to there, just a little bit farther. The plane, it is a very big plane, but that's actually very good because it covers the entire area. It's kind of centered on this big area, so I would say the transportation is good. Let's talk about the fishing industry. So, we have mostly anchovies, some salmon though, which usually you don't see a lot of maps, but it's not a very wide variety. They don't have any rivers either. I think it would have been well, since it's a bay, but it doesn't. But I would say that main tips would be for them would just be to fix the main resource distribution, make it closer to the mainland, fix the shorelines, because they might have even used a height map for this, because that kind of resembles a port, and maybe make the highways a little bit smoother and smooth out the terrain a little bit, and add some more vegetation to the terrain. But overall, I would give it 2.5 stars. We are just about to load into the map, and this actually has a quite what is this? What is this? I don't like that. Actually, yes. So the first thing off the bat, this rail is excessively high. It is kind of cool that it's above the tree line, but it does kind of take away from that realism of it. Because, let's see, are there any ships? No, there's no transport that goes through this river anyways, so you wouldn't need to make it all that high anyways. And that highway isn't very high either. Also, the leveling of the highway, I don't think they spent much time on that. The exit, let's go a little bit deeper into the map. I do like this map because a little bit better because it has more just vegetation in general, but what is this? They need to add an exit there, but first of all, the exit's at a 90-degree angle pretty much. Second of all, what good does that exit do? You can't enter from this side, you can't enter from that side, you can't cross. I think that it would have been better if they didn't do that. This highway, it's a little wonky. They have the Piers and Bridges DLC, which I got just a few days ago. This highway is from that. This highway is not. That is not. I think if they, oopsies. I think if they did that, it would have just tied it together a little bit more. But why did they have to do two different types of highways? That is not. So now they also raised this rail line way too high. You don't need the rail to be this high to cross over highway. I don't think a car is going to be. I usually have it about at 12. Let's see, what is this? It's at a 35. 35. That is way too high. You only really need to have it at about 12 because look how big these vehicles are. They're not very big. But so, anyways, there is quite a lot of traffic on these roads. The transition, I think it's one of the transitions that comes with the game. It's not all that bad. The terrain itself is not horrible. I like the small river look to it. Does it have a flow though? No. A little bit. But I don't think they added much of a flow to the river. Now let's see the ore distribution. Okay. The first thing I have to notice, 1, there is 0 ore. Actually, there's some ore way over there, but usually you don't go that far out. Because if you're playing, like I said again, vanilla Minecraft, vanilla Cities Skylines, you would not have the 81 tiles mod to go that far out. Plus, it's very expensive, and so if you're playing, this would not be an ideal like survival, I guess, campaign map, because you would have to stretch all the way out there. That's thousands of dollars to get just to that one area where you can build oil. It is a little bit more like of a defined area. There is a lot of vegetation, which I like. Let's check on the fish. The fish, well, it is, there is actually a decent fish variety, like, but yet again, just salmon and anchovies. You can only blame them because it's hard to create that variety in there. Transportation. Okay, so we have trains, we have planes. We do not have any ships though, which is fine. Let's check the contour levels. Only way I know how to do that is to check. Damn. Okay, so they're all, I feel like they're all mostly steady. Yeah, so overall I give this 3 stars, 3.5. It has a more pleasing look to it, but it just doesn't have that usability of like you would in a normal map. So you can, and also there's these weird exits, and the railway is way too high. But overall, yes, I'd say about 3 stars. Alright, now on to the next map.